going on, guys? Today we're talking about the best PvP decks. March 19th updated. This actually was updated March 12th. So that's what I thought we were going to talk about. But March 19th, even more recent. Let's just jump right into Tier 4. For Tier 4, the 3 decks are Archfiend, Emperor, Nephthys, and 6 Samurai. These kind of all function the same way, summoning big monsters that just really aren't big enough, in my opinion. Now we get to the Tier 3 decks. Ancient Gear, Destiny Hero, Fire Fist, Hazy Flame, Temple of the Mind's Eye Burn, and Lava Golem Weevil. I've played against all these decks except Temple of the Mind's Eye Burn. Fire Fist Hazy Flame, I think regular Hazy Flame might just be overall better, but Fire Fist Hazy Flame is a little bit easier to get to because all the Fire Fist cards are so easy to get to. Destiny Hero, I was actually just playing Destiny Hero today. I really like the boss monster, this card that's right here, Destiny Hero Dangerous. I think he really provides a lot of very good things for the deck. And in Duel Links, he's definitely strong enough. Ancient Gear, I'm kind of surprised to see here. I think that has a lot to do with the nerf to a mechanized mech. Is that what that one's called? I believe that's the one that's called for the first one you get for Professor Crowler. But now we get to Tier 2. Tier 2 is kind of like me. I wish I had a higher subscriber base so people could be like, oh, you totally called that, because I did. I totally called Snipe Hunter and Aromage. You can actually check out the last Duel Links PvP update I did, and I think the last Duel Links video I did before that was talking about Snipe Hunter, and you gotta check this deck list out. It's pretty interesting. But like I said, you see Hazy Flame here as well. Hazy Flame is a very powerful, very potent deck. Can't be targeted. Very strong. Aromage, in my opinion, super great. The cost is free to play. Look at the Snipe Hunter deck. This Snipe Hunter deck list real quick. Just seems like it's just a little interesting deck. This literally is summon Snipe Hunter and win. If you draw Snipe Hunter with Volcanic Shell, for those who don't know what Volcanic Shell does, we can look it up right here. If you draw them together, that is potentially 3 destructions for your opponent. That's potentially 0 as well, because Snipe Hunter does rely on a die roll. But once per turn, you can pay 500 life points, add 1 Volcanic Shell from your deck to your hand. This card must be in the graveyard to activate this effect. It's not a hard once per turn, so you normal summon Snipe Hunter, discard Volcanic Shell, target a card, roll a 4, destroy it. You activate Volcanic Shell's effect, pay 500, add another Volcanic Shell, discard it, target a card, roll the die, get a 4, destroy a card. Volcanic Shell one more time, discard a card, roll the die, target a card, draw a 4 again. You just destroyed 3 cards from your opponent's hand, and you didn't lose anything. You could have still, you could have still have 2 more cards to get rid of more of your opponent's cards. And then we get to Tier 2. A lot of new decks in Tier 1. Excuse me, I said Tier 2, but in Tier 1, Sea Stealth Attack, Golden Flying Fish. These are the decks we're going to look at for a little bit. Alien's kind of been around for a while, as has Control Dinosaur. Not as long as some of the other decks that we see on here. Gaia Plate is another really good deck as well. But we're not going to be talking about... I really just kind of want to talk about Sea Stealth Attack, Golden Flying Fish, and Sylvan. We're seeing Sea Stealth Attack, and we're like, oh, it's both water, right? Same kind of concept. It actually isn't. You look at cards that both decks are running, Enemy Controller is it. Enemy Controller is it. And that's because this deck relies a lot more on the Legendary Ocean, and summoning out Legendary Fisherman, and what's this guy? Mecha Sea Dragon Place Sands, very good card. In my opinion, Golden Flying Fish, a little bit better than the last deck we were taking a look at. Interesting because decks like this don't exist in real Yu-Gi-Oh! Because real Yu-Gi-Oh! And I call it like the TCG, OCG Yu-Gi-Oh! That you play at like locals and regionals and stuff like that. I call it real Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not, Duel Links does function completely different than that, in my opinion. In real Yu-Gi-Oh! We don't see decks like this because 40 card decks based around 1 card just don't work. But 20 card decks based around 1 card, I mean, just take a look at this list. Golden Flying Fish, you have the Beautiful Princess to search her out, you have Hammer Shark to summon it out, and then you have Oyster Meister, which can synergize with it, Enemy Controller to, Enemy Control and Wall Disruption for defensive cards, and then Powerful Rebirth to bring the card back out. Final deck I want to talk about is Sylvan, and the reason this is the final deck, I've kind of always loved Sylvan. And what I like about Sylvans as an archetype, I'm not really a big fan of running Magical Merchant in it. If you go to the Loner decks, it's where True Guide of the Underworld is. It's where the, how do you learn how to play, like those training things. You go there, you click on Loner Deck Duels, you go down to the Sylvan deck list. That deck list, I'm actually a really big fan of. I actually like that deck list better than both of these deck lists. A skill that I've really enjoyed running with Sylvans is actually Aroma Strategy, because that means you can guarantee what you're going to get. That's it for the decks, for the best decks of the format right now. Let me know what you guys think of this video. What is the deck that you've been running in Duel Links and it's absolutely broken and you're surprised that it didn't make the list? Or what's a deck that you saw was a little bit of a lower tier than you thought, or a deck that was in a little bit of a higher tier than you thought? Also, just going forward, what is the deck that you're going to be running? Let me know in the comment section down below, all of those kind of things. Make sure you click that like button to show your support for the channel, show that you appreciated this video. Make sure you subscribe for even more Yu-Gi-Oh content, Duel Links related, and Duel Book related, and all other things Yu-Gi-Oh. Most importantly of all, have a good day.
Right now, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooters?